Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Palmerstown, home of Dicksboro GAA, for the first of our Marble City Travel Intermediate Camogie Championship semi-finals. Our first game here is between Emerald St Anne's, a combined team now in their fourth year together, playing the southern team from Mullinavat. Both these teams met already in the group stages this year, with Emerald St Anne's coming out on a 20-point victory, but somehow or another I think today is going to be a closer game. We'll start off with the teams first, starting with Emerald St Anne's, and on goal is Siobhan Corcoran. In the full back line, at number 2 we have Jessie Newman, number 3 is Molly Kavanagh, and number 4 is Shona Power. On the half back line, number 5 is Niamh McCormack, number 6 is Niamh Sweeney, and number 7 is Chloe Purcell. The middle of the field we have the fast and experienced Davina Tobin playing at number 8, and her partner is Emer Lahey at number 9. In the half forward line, number 10 we have Emily Kavanagh, number 10 is Emily Kavanagh, 11 at centre forward is Niamh Lahey, and on the other wing is Michaela Ryan wearing number 12. In the full forward line we have Katrina Brennan at 13, Orla Curran at 14, and in the other corner we have number 15 Emma Dunphy. The Mullinavat team lines out as follows. On goal, wearing number 7 is the young Sarah Elward. In the full back line, wearing number 21 in the first corner is Jessica Catt. Full back, wearing number 3 is Michelle O'Connor, and wearing number 4 in the other corner is Aoife Fitzpatrick. In the half back line, on the wing is Jern Knox wearing number 5. At centre back, the season campaigner Elaine Elward, and number 22 on the other wing is Mia Phelan. In the middle of the field, Anya Kinsella is wearing number 8, and wearing number 24, fresh back from Australia, is Leanne Fenley. And the half forward line, number 10 is Hannah Dunphy, number 11 is Jessica Dunphy, and on the other wing is Kiera Phelan wearing number 1. In the full forward line, number 14, Aoife Woods, is in right corner forward. At full forward, wearing 23 is Michelle Quilty, and in the left corner wearing number 9 is Christine Murphy. I am delighted to be welcomed here on co-commentary and analysis this afternoon by Anya Fahy, who was the intermediate All-Ireland winning captain from 2016 and our current intermediate manager. So Anya, you're very welcome here. There's a couple of good matchups between these two teams here today, and there's a couple of good battles. Who have you targeted for to be the battle of the day?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking there. If teams line out as per programme, you're going to have a great battle there with Elaine Aylward and Niamh Lahey, both very tall players, but very good aerial players as well. So that'll be a good match up there. Both will have physicality that can match each other. So interesting to see, will Elaine stay at centre back or will she push up? You're then going to have whoever's going to pick up Davina Tobin is going to have a tough day at the office. But I think if you can cancel out the distribution of her ball, I think Mullinavat will be happy enough with that. Whether it's going to be Anya Kinsella that's going to pick her up or Leanne Fenley. Leanne Fenley back in there from Mullinavat. Massive boost to Mullinavat. She's coming back with years of experience playing at Intercounty. She's got a couple of senior club medals as well, so I'm sure Mullinavat are delighted to have her there as well. And
I know she's been playing all through the summer as well with New South Wales out in Australia, and they've won, I think, the championship. They're out there for a number of years as well, so she will have great experience. And as you said with Davina, I've seen Davina in that league game. She covered every blade of grass, so whoever is going to be marking Davina today is going to have a really tough job, and they're going to have to really stick with her, because most of the play seems to come from between Niamh Sweeney at centre back and Davina Tobin getting the ball up, and if it goes into Orla Curran at full forward, she is absolutely lethal up there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Niamh Sweeney's going to have a massive game today as well. We have her in with the intermediates. She's definitely, I would rate, one of the top players in Kilkenny at the moment. She will, she's very low centre of gravity to the ball, and she'll get in there. She'll be picking balls out where she's no right to get them, and it'll all depend on her distribution down to that half forward line. You've got Michaela Ryan and Emily Kavanagh, two very, very good minor girls that are coming up through the ranks there for St Anne's Emeralds, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on. You've got Molly Kavanagh, who will be on Michelle Quilty. It's going to be a tough day for her, but Molly, she's made of good grit there, so I definitely think that she'll put it up to Michelle, and she won't let her have it as easy as Michelle will like it. But be very interested to see how she gets on there. A very, very young player. Michelle is obviously going to have the experience, but I'd be looking forward to see what Molly can do.
If Emerald St Anne's has a weak point in their team at the minute, you're probably looking at the full back line, because they are so young and they haven't got the experience maybe of the likes of Niamh Sweeney or Niamh Lahey there. So they're definitely going to look at Michelle Quilty and Christine Murphy to try and break down that defence and get going. I know Quilty got 6 points last week, and Elaine Elward contributing 3 points from play as well. Jessie Dunphy getting 1-3 on the score. So they have the power and the scoring in the forwards if they can get the ball up to her, and especially, as you say, Michelle has the experience. But also I think Leanna Michelle between the two of them, and I've seen it in the quarter-final, the small bit that I did see the last day. They were linking up the same as if they were doing it back at minor level a couple of years ago, like as if Leanne hadn't been away, and that experience will stand to Mullinavat, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Leanne and Michelle have been just linking up constantly for the last couple of years, like obviously Leanne being away in Australia, so I'm sure Michelle will find a whole new lease of confidence there, having Leanne there to distribute good ball into her. Like Leanne is going to be a very clever player, so interesting to see, like, will St Anne's Emeralds, will they actually pick her up as well, or are they going to let Emer pick her up, or Davina, who's going to pick her up as well? It'll be a very interesting battle there at midfield. You've got 4 very, very good players playing in midfield, and it'll be very exciting to see who wins those battles.
And if Molly Kavanagh is going to find it tough on the Emerald St Anne's side, Michelle O'Connor is definitely going to find it tougher with Orla Curran in the full forward line. Orla Curran the last day was banging in goals for fun, and I haven't got exactly what she scored the last day against the Roar and Nestique either, but they got 5-9 against 3 points to the Roar. They have a huge scoring threat there as well, and Mullinavat backs are going to have to be on their game if they want to cut out that threat. Yeah,
absolutely. And Roar and Nestique by no means are a very, very good team, so to get that scoring power against them, that was absolutely excellent for that full forward line there for St Anne's. Orla has all the experience in the world. She's clever out, she knows exactly what she's doing, so she'll be looking to get that half forward line pumping ball into her as much as possible.
Well, it's going to be a great afternoon here in Dicksboro GAA in Palmerstown. Here we have the second semi-final, which will be coming live on our YouTube channel as well, between Conaghy and Barrow Rangers later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock. But for the time being, Emeralds and St Anne's and Mullinavat are going to contest the first semi-final here in Palmerstown. The teams are in their huddles, they're still doing their pre-match warm-up at the minute. Just on the note on you, we are streaming it live obviously because of the COVID and the whole lot. It's very strange that only a certain amount of people can attend the games behind closed doors. Each team are allowed to have the 40 here, but overall, do you think the COVID has, I know supporters can't come to it, but do you think it has benefited Camogie in the way that the club championships is now week in, week out, and will the players be more adapt and think that is probably more fun and beneficial to them in the long run?
Absolutely. Like, coming from my own club experience, I found it was a huge benefit this year to have our county players with us on a consecutive basis, not having to worry about going back to county training. I felt it's, after bringing on the club scene hugely, it'd be definitely something that I personally would like to look into, having it set that way, be it the inter-county season ran from January to June, or the club season vice versa, whichever the case may be. I find it's definitely benefited the clubs, and I think, like, we're not seeing the same clubs typically competing in county semi-finals, county finals, and it's made clubs stronger, and it's made girls really push themselves. And like, I feel like it's been such an exciting club championship this year. You just don't know what's going to happen in any of the games, whereas you could say in previous years things have been a bit predictable. But no, I definitely think it has benefited, and most clubs are now live streaming games, which is excellent. It's brought a whole new different level of coverage to Camogie as well, which has been brilliant for
there's
everyone.
never been as much coverage for Camogie, because if you look in week out, the clubs, even through their own mobile phones or whatever, through Facebook or YouTube, they're streaming matches. The quality mightn't be great, but people are still able to see it. I was talking to Roseanne at the gate there earlier on, and she said her son Michael was actually looking at a hurling match over in Australia yesterday because they were able to see the Graignamanagh and the Blacks and Whites game going. So it's fantastic for clubs to have this facility available, and for the supporters that can't turn up today to be able to have it.
Yeah, no, it has been. It's been absolutely brilliant, because let's be realistic. If this COVID hadn't happened, would we get as many spectators at these games and things like that? Probably not. But now, like, we're making people a lot more aware of the club scene, be it from under 14 level right up to senior level, and it's great that we're getting so many people to look at it. And like, I think in turn that's going to benefit Camogie down along the lines. Kilkenny Camogie in general has been great for the last couple of years, but this live streaming of all the matches today has been brilliant. I
hear John Welsh here behind me, so I think we'll get ready on our perches here while Frankie is going to turn the camera around and show a bit of the teams in their huddles there. Frankie, our camera guy here, of course, and Dean on production in the van here with us today. The teams are still in their huddle. Referee John Welsh is calling in the captains. Davina Tobin from Emerald St Anne's is making her way over to the referee, and Christine Murphy, the captain for Mullinavat, is now going to join him as well. Our referee today is John Welsh from the Thomastown, from the Roar Nestique club, I should say. He's living in Thomastown, of course, working in Mount Juliet away there. It'd be disappointing for John that the Irish Open is not taking part there this year. He's a keen golfer, I know, and he would have loved the experience of that coming to town there as well. John is assisted today by John McCormack in the black jersey in the middle of the field there. He's from James Stevens, he's the standby, and newbie on the scene this year, Alan Condon from Dicksboro is our linesman, and he's here on the near side to us here. So we're just about underway here shortly. The teams are going through their final preparations. The toss will be done shortly. We'll have a look now. John has just given them the heads up to know who's going to call the heads or the tails. And do you find the toss, if you win the toss or you lose the toss, does that have a mental bearing of, well, the first one has gone again me, or does it really matter to a player?
Yeah, like I think for some people it does. For me personally, it doesn't bother me, but I think it's always in the back of your mind, like when you're going out the day of a championship, you want to win everything, be it the toss, be it the first ball that goes in, and sometimes that gets into a player's head, but listen, that's only a small minor thing. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but it'll be very interesting to see now how this goes, see what the girls are lining out. Elaine is starting in there at... Elaine has gone up. Is she gone up? No,
we're just looking at a couple of changes here. It looks like that Darren Knox has gone into midfield here along with Anya Kinsella and Anaya Elworth. We're just looking at still starting at centre back. There's a couple of switches around, but the match is on and the game is on here, underway in Palmerstown. And first up to it is the Emeralds St Anne's girls, who we will get accustomised to the names and numbers here very shortly. Put up the wing here to Katrina Brennan. Katrina has it. She's after taking a turn on number 22 there, which is Mia Phelan. She still has the ball on her hurl. She's solo and having a look around. Sends a dangerous ball in there too towards Orla Kern, but it comes out. Sarah Phelan pulls on a first time along the ground out to the corner forward position. It's not been picked up by anyone. Here comes Niamh Lahey. She fumbles the ball at the first attempt, coming back in. That looked like trip. Referee is saying play on. Lahey still has the ball, puts it in towards Davina Tobin, who is in around the square. Here comes Orla Kern. She's having a look around, taking a turn, hand passing the ball dangerously in there towards Emma Dunphy. A great block there by Leanne Fenley. The ball is coming out. It's still there, and the umpire signals a wide. Frantic stuff there on you for the first one, but really St Anne's Emerald should have had a point or a goal there.
Yeah, probably a little bit too much messing around there in front of the square. Orla Kern had a shot there to just put the ball over the bar. They're probably trying to go for goals early, but take your points, the goals will come.
A brilliant puck out there by Sarah Phelan, comes out to the middle of the field. It's pulled on first time there by Deirdre Knox. It's put in here to Jessie Dunphy. Sends a brilliant hand pass out here to the awaiting Mullinavat player. She sends it in there towards Quilty. Quilty misses out the ball. A fumble comes to Davina Tobin, and she's sending the ball up towards the awaiting number 13 here, who's Katrina Brennan, having a great tussle there with Mia Phelan. Mia Phelan has adjudged to have fouled Brennan. A push in the back or a hurl around the neck. John Welsh could have picked either free there realistically, and it will be a free in to Emeralds St Anne's. Is it outside, or is Alan he's bringing it up there, so it will be on the 45 metre line, and number 12 Michaela Ryan for Emerald St Anne's will take this free.
Michaela's actually a very good free taker. She takes a lot of frees for her minor team, so if she gets this over, it'll definitely settle her nerves now.
We're very near the play on the far sideline, so we won't roar and shout while she's taking the free, but she takes it. It's looked good. Is it going to curl in? It's pushed in around the square there, batted out by Sarah Elworth. It's into the awaiting Norla Curran. She sends the ball across to Niamh Lahey. Doesn't go to hand. First time there's two Mullinavat players there, Kinsella and Elaine Elworth. Elaine Elworth has been held back there by Niamh Lahey, and it will be a relieving free out to the Mullinavat girls. But again, another great chance there for a score, Anya, and they didn't take it.
No, there's an awful lot of fumbling going around Ollie in there. I know is Orla probably been maybe bunched up a little bit, and she's not getting the space to turn and pop it over the bar, but that's definitely two scores that St Anne's Emeralds hopefully won't be looking back on.
Elworth sends the free down there towards Quilty and Jessie Dunphy. Quilty puts the ball back here. It looks like Darren Knox is taking a shot in at the goal. It could be looping. Dangerous ball there in around the square, brilliantly batted out there by Siobhan Corcoran. It's still there. It looks like Christine Murphy has it. She's been tackled there by two players. Brilliant defence there by the Emerald St Anne's player. Shona Power is down on her knees. She's trying to get the ball up. It's been fumbled. There's a melee, there's a ruck. Who's going to come out with it? It is the full back. It's Molly Kavanagh wearing the red helmet. Sends a relieving clearance out towards the awaiting Anya Kinsella and the number one, who is Kiera Phelan. Kiera sends the ball across to Anya Kinsella. She misses it. Davina Tobin kicks it along the ground. It comes to Chloe Purcell. She's now on the attack. Sends the ball up to two players there, Michaela Ryan and Mia Phelan. It looks like who's on the far sideline. Phelan goes for the ball and it comes out, and this is a sideline. Frantic stuff here in the first couple of minutes in Palmerstown. Anya, that was dangerous. it. Could have dropped in the goal, but a brilliant save there by Siobhan Corcoran.
Yeah, absolutely. She was watching the ball the whole time it came out, and was very dangerous. You know, if Mullinavat had a player on the square, could have been in the back of the net there. I see Niamh Lahey is playing very deep, also Davina Tobin, so they're probably trying to cut out that supply into the full forward line there to Michelle.
A brilliant cut up along the line there by Elaine Elwood, sending it up there to the awaiting Christine Murphy. She gets the ball into her hand first time. She has a look around, the ball goes into Quilty. It was half blocked down. Quilty is still on the ball. She fumbles it. She can't get it up into her hand first time. It comes back here. It's still being fumbled. It looks like that is number 9 Christine Murphy. Sends it out there to the awaiting Jessica Dunphy. T takes a shot. Umpires are looking at it, and the ball has gone over the bar for a first score for Mullinavat there. A brilliant score by Jessica Dunphy, and a one that'll settle the Mullinavat girls.
Absolutely, they'll be delighted to get the first score on the board, considering they've had 2 scares down here in the opposite end of the field, so that'll go to keep them settled now.
Ball is coming out here towards midfield. Number 13 is Katrina Brennan. She's going for the ball. She can't pick it up first time. There's a couple of Mullinavat players around her, but she kicks it ahead of her. Katrina Brennan does. She still has the ball, takes a touch, has a look around, sends the ball up to the awaiting number 15. I think it is Emma Dunphy up in the corner. She's being tackled there. There's Amelie starting to fall. Mullinavat is not giving her the ball very easy. Referee is happy. The play is continuing on. There's a couple of players on the ground. Katrina Brennan has the ball. There's a high tackle there with a hurl coming. Referee is still happy enough to let the play continue, and Brennan still has the ball, nobody going to her. She takes a shot at the post. That looks like it's going over the bar. A brilliant score there by Katrina Brennan. She never gave up on that, even though it looked like she was fouled a couple of times, and a brilliant point taken in the end.
Yeah, absolutely, and she was the one who started off that attack there. You know, she kept on going. She was kicking the ball in front of her. She was going to do anything to win it. Great start by her and a great score.
Scores are level here in Palmerstown, and that's brilliantly batted back there by Niamh Sweeney. She sends the ball into Lahey. Lahey is taking a look at the post, but that's going to the right hand side and harmlessly wide for Emerald St Anne's second wide of the day there, where there was players around her. She really could have done a bit better with that ball.
Yeah, she could have dropped the ball in a bit low there, but listen, she probably just wants to shake off the shackles there and she'll get going.
Sarah Elwood taking the puck out again. It's coming out here towards the wing. There's a scrum forming over on the far side. No one is giving up possession. Nobody seems to be coming out of it either. The referee is looking at it. He has decided it's not going to come out, and he will throw the ball in between 2 players there. And we'll see how this is going to develop. Davina Tobin and Darren Knox is in there. Tobin has the ball. She hand passes it back out here towards the awaiting Emer Lahey, her partner in midfield, but it doesn't go to hand first time. Here comes the number 5, Niamh McCormick, with it. She's going through. Emer Lahey still has it. She's having a look around to see who's puts the ball in towards Emily Kavanagh. Emily Kavanagh is definitely being fouled there. Referee is playing an advantage. Kavanagh still has the ball, putting it in. There's no advantage in crewing there. Referee John Welch has blown the whistle and will pull back the free for a high tackle there on Emily Kavanagh, and a great chance here for Michaela Ryan to get Emerald St Anne's second point.
Yeah, and very lucky there for Mullinavat that was actually awarded a free in, because it looked like there was Emma Dunphy who had the ball, Emma Dunphy had the ball in the hand and could have been straight into the back of the net if that wasn't.
Michaela Ryan just having a look at the post, going through her ritual before she takes this free. She bends, she lifts, she strikes, and the umpire is going for the white flag, and a point there for Michaela Ryan, the second one of the day there for the Emerald St Anne's team, and Michaela Ryan's first point from a pre. They now lead 2 points to 1 in this first Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship semi-final here in Dicksboro. Sarah Elwood is having a look around. There's not much out in front of her. It's coming down towards Davina Tobin and Darren Knox. Davina Tobin pulls on it. It comes through first time. Elaine Elwood goes up for the ball, but she misses it. Here's Michaela Ryan. She has the ball on a solo. She's going through on goal. Brilliantly tackled there by Elwood. She never gave up on her. But Michaela still has the ball, putting it in there towards the number which is a 13, Katrina Brennan, but brilliantly blocked down there between Anya Kinsella. But it comes back here out towards Davina Tobin. Davina Tobin has a look at the post and puts it over the bar. A brilliant score there by Tobin, and great play there by the Emerald St Anne's girls.
Yeah, I'm very impressed here with Katrina Brennan. She's after getting off to a great start there in the first couple of minutes. So it'll be exciting to see how she continues for this half.
Emerald St Anne's has gone into an early lead here in Dicksboro. Mullinavat might need the next score to settle them down a bit. Davina Tobin and is it Jessica Dunphy is fighting for the ball there. It's coming back here towards the number 14, who is Aoife Woods there for Mullinavat. Davina Tobin though has the ball. It's after being fumbled. It's down on the ground. She's coming out with it. Passes the ball there to Niamh Sweeney. It's hard to see down along the sideline here. Hopefully Frankie can get the play there for us. The ball is on the ground. Niamh Sweeney still has it. We can't see where we are here, where the ball is going, but it's with somebody. It's with the number 4 up there, Shona
Shona
Power.
Power.
Half block down there. The ball is still up in the Emeralds half back line. There's a scrum for it. There's a fight for it. Tobin's on her knees. She gets the ball up. She wins those dirty balls very well and tries to set up a score. The ball is coming back here to Niamh Sweeney. Sweevy has the ball, sends it high and long and down along, but there's nobody here for Emerald St. Anne's. Only Anya Kinsella. She's taking a look up and sends a brilliant crossfield ball over towards the awaiting Christine Murphy. She leaves the ball past by her, trying to hopefully get onto the ball, but it's well read there by Niamh McCormack, and she sends the ball out here to the awaiting Molly Kavanagh, who is all on her own in acres of space, and she drives the ball long and hard down towards the Mullinavat number 10, who is Emily Kavanagh. She will get to the ball first, but it's broken down there. The ball is up with Elaine Elwood, and she's sending the ball back up with interest up into the Mullinavat full forward line. Quilty is chasing after it there with Molly Kavanagh. Molly Kavanagh gets to the ball first. She's down on the floor. Quilty is still over there flying for the ball. John McCormack has his flag up. It's going to be a line ball for Mullinavat. Taken quickly there though by Quilty. This is frantic stuff here in the first game. The ball is back here with Quilty again. Sends the ball across field there towards Anya Kinsella, but Davina Tobin gets there first. Brilliant pick up by Tobin. She's sending the ball high and long down towards Mia Phelan. Yes, it is Mia Phelan there. Well won down there, but the ball is won back. Mia Phelan gets the ball and sends it out along the ground towards the Elaine Elwood. Elaine Elwood looks to be pushed in the back. The referee is happy for the play to continue on. Ball is sent up there between two players. That's Kiera Phelan. Kiera Phelan gets it. Darren Knox is now going for the ball. Katrina Brenning is now back in her half back line, trying to get the ball up as well. As we said, frantic stuff here. Ball is won there by Kiera Phelan. She sends it out towards Jessie Dunphy. Jessie sends the ball in towards Quilty. Doesn't go to hand first time. Quilty gets the ball back though. She now takes a look at the post. It's going high, it's going long, and it's going over the bar. Brilliant score there by the Mullinavat girls, and it really is frantic stuff here in Palmerstown.
It's absolutely constant go. This actually turned out to be a good game the first couple of minutes anyway, so hopefully it'll stay that way throughout it. But some great experience there shown by Michelle Quilty to calmly
if the two matches
that
keep going like this, the one we won't have any voices left before we get to the end of the second match. Elaine Elwood is after winning that ball, coming back here. It's sent back up, but Niamh Sweeney intercepts that possession coming in. It was meant for Quilty there, but it comes back out. She takes a little shimmy and a side step out, takes a touch on the hurl and sends it back down with interest towards the number 12 who is down there, Michaela Ryan. Michaela Ryan doesn't get it. Jessie Dunphy does. A kind of a skewed shot that goes back to Sweeney. She's having a look around and she's switching the play, sending it up here towards Katrina Brennan. A lovely touch there by Brennan. A brilliant interception though by Fenley. She took the ball off. If Katrina Brennan had to get that, she was going to bear down on goal, and we now have another scrum in on the 45 metre line. Brennan has the ball again. She is being fouled. Referee is playing an advantage. Brilliant play there by Katrina Brennan, and I have to say she really is having some game here already.
Yeah, she's very impressive there. She's literally just going for everything. She's putting her whole body on the line there, and she's not going to give up anytime soon.
We are only, well, the watch has actually stopped on me now, so we're 11 odd minutes or so gone in the half. D might be able to tell us. We might even have to look at our own YouTube to follow the score or the time as well. But Michaela Ryan has this free here, and she's sending it high, she's sending it long. Umpire's having a look, and he's happy enough that it is a point, and he's going to wave the white flag. Another great score there by Michaela Ryan, and that now leaves the Emerald St. Anne's girls with 2 points ahead. Referee John Welsh is now looking for a ball. The slitter has been lost in the neighbour's farm next door. Ball is on the way in here now. Sarah Elwood will get it in her hand, and she's waiting to take the puck out here. In this day and age, you think that someone would have a couple of spare slitters in the goal that would be able to keep the play going anyway in this, but we're still waiting. Now the referee is happy. He's after blowing the whistle, and Sarah's coming. She's getting instructions here from the line by John Dunphy. The ball is out now, and here we go again. Up Kinsella and Emer Lahey, but it's pulled on. Kiera Phelan has the ball. She tries to hand pass it there to Jessica Dunphy. It doesn't work out. Pulled on the ground. First time in towards Christine Murphy here. She tries to go with one hand. Doesn't work out. Jessie Dunphy gets the ball back into her hand. Sends a high, long ball up in towards it. Unlucky there by Aoife Wood. She put up the hand to try and catch it. She might have been better off to play the hurl and leave the ball into the awaiting Quilty, who was bearing through on goal. But the ball is coming back down here for Emerald St. Anne's to nobody. Only Elaine Elwood. She's all on her own in acres of space. Sends the ball up there to Quilty. Molly Kavanagh struggling on her at the minute. Quilty is taking a look at the post, sending it high and sending it over the bar. Another great score there by Quilty. Molly Kavanagh tried to get out on her, but it didn't work out. And another fantastic score by the Mullinavat girls.
Fantastic score, and you can see there Elaine and Michelle linking up. Elaine knew exactly where Michelle was going to be, and Michelle made that dart and run because she knew that if she could get the space, Elaine was going to throw it into her.
Here we go, Siobhan Corcoran with another long puck out. It's broken there in midfield towards Davina Tobin. This girl is lethal when she gets in. She's putting on the afterburners. She's having a look around. She's going for the shot herself. It's going high, it's going long, and it's going straight over the bar. A brilliant score there by Davina Tobin. She must have ran 20-30 yards all on her own with it, and a fantastic score in the end.
Yeah, great score there by Davina, and you can see like once she gets a run on you, she's next to near impossible to stop.
Sarah Elwood takes a kind of a sharp puck out there. There's no one there, only Niamh Leahy. She's after being told to put the ball over the bar by the supporters that's here, sending it in. Great catch there by Sarah Elwood. That'll definitely do the Mullinavat goalkeeper the world of good and get her confidence going good. Anya Kinsella sends the ball up here, long up towards Aoife Wood. She's going for it. Niamh Sweeney is also there with Niamh McCormick. Sweeney has the ball. It looked like that she fouled it, did she? No, the referee is happy to continue. Shona Power now has the ball. She's having a look around, sending it up here towards Emer Leahy. Doesn't go to the hand first time. Here we go with the number 12, Michaela Ryan has it. She's taking a shot, looking at the goal and sending it high and long over the bar. A point from play there by Michaela Ryan. Great play here by Niamh Sweeney and Shona Power, and a fantastic score.
Yeah, great defending by Sweeney and Shona Power, and a great score there by Michaela as well to finish it off.
Emerald St Anne's are now in a 3-point lead here in Palmerstown, home of Dicksboro GAA. As we said earlier on, Kiera Phelan is there fighting for the ball with Katrina Brennan. Elaine Elwood has it. She goes on a solo run, takes the ball up, setting it here for Aoife Woods. She tries to get the ball first time, but Shona Power is there to it first. Referee was playing an advantage, playing the girl from behind, and Emerald St Anne's have a relieving free out here for the team, and that'll help get our breath back here for a while as well, because this game has been frantic from the start, and I don't think it's going to die down anytime soon, Anya.
No, and I just see Elena's starting to play quite deep there, and Anya Kinsella's kind of stepped back and she's picking up Niamh Leahy there at centre forward.
Pulled on the ground there by Kinsella, heading the ball up there towards Kiera Phelan, but it's just gone out over the sideline. Alan Condon, the linesman here, indicating that it will be an Emerald St Anne's sideline, and number 7 Chloe Purcell is going to take it, sending it down underneath the dugout side of the field here to the awaiting Emma Dunphy, the number 15. She's now on a solo run. Anya Kinsley is trying to get it. She won't get it. She's having a look at the post, taking a shot in, dangerous. That's a square ball by the looks of it. Yes, the umpires are indicating it. I think that's Bob Shortle is down there. He's indicated a square ball. The goal will not stand. Correct decision from where we are here, Anya.
Yeah, but a let off there for Mullinavat. You know, they're going to have to be very careful. Like, you've got two very good girls here on the corner between Emma Dunphy and Katrina Brennan. They are making serious runs and they're causing a bit of havoc here on the left side of the field here. So Mullinavat are going to have to watch that as well.
They certainly are. Katrina Brennan is having a fine game here in the corner down underneath us here in the first half. And we're still looking for another slitter here. Referee is not happy with the first one, so there's a spare one on the way down here towards Sarah Elwood, and Elaine Elwood I think is going to take the balls, or the free I should say. So someone is not happy on the far sideline, but we're not going to be too worried about that. We're following the play here, and Elaine Elwood is going to take this free out for the square ball, and she's sending the ball down here towards Kiera Phelan and Chloe Purcell there, but Anya Kinsley gets the ball. She's tied up, caught up there, still managed to get the ball out. Tried to take too much out of it though. Anya has to wind up and swing her. There was no short pass or no hand pass, but then again, to be fair to her, there was no one running off looking for the pass either. There we go. Emer Leahy sends it to Niamh Leahy, who sends the ball down here to the dangerous Emma Dunphy. She's been chased there by Elaine Elwood. Elaine Elwood goes down for the ball, but Emma Dunphy still has the ball. She now has it going towards goal. Brilliant interception there by Elaine Elwood. Puts the ball out for a 45. But again, Anya, too easy for the corner forwards down on that back line.
Absolutely, and you know, Elaine Aylward's experience shown there to get that interception of that pass there, to bring it out for a 45. But you know, it's something Mullinavat are going to have to look at. They're very, very pacey here, these two guards on this side, so I would be maybe changing something up there now.
And here we go, the dreaded water break. It's hard to know. Some teams, you know, favours the team that's not doing so well. The water break helps them a small bit. The team that is doing well, you know, the water break is a bad time for them and coming for it. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll wait and see with Frankie and Dean to know how much time has gone, lads, on the screen there. Can you... 17 minutes on the water break here, so we have 13 minutes plus to go, and only for the lads in the production there, my stopwatch stopped, and bad omen, but we have no screen in front of us. We're winging it, as we say, on you, but hopefully you're all enjoying the commentary at home here from Palmerstown. And how do you see that first 17 minutes going there? Emerald St Anne's are 3 points to the good ahead at the minute, but Mullinavat had chances too, but overall I think Emerald St Anne's are the better team and good for the value for the 3 point lead.
Yeah. Absolutely, but I do think Mullinavat will gain some confidence in the way that they have started. They've had their let off down there, but their goalie Sarah Aylward coming out there with a great block there, a great catch, from an Eve Lahey shot. So she'll be delighted with that. As you said, it'll give her an extra bit of confidence. Just talking about the water breaks, personally for myself, I love them. Gives me a chance to catch my breath when I'm hurling. I'm sure some of us older girls do actually like it, but it can be. If the team is on a run, the water break can stop that, and it's not great if you're in that situation, but if you're not in that situation, it's the best thing ever.
Well, I know I was happy for the 2 water breaks yesterday anyway, I can tell you that much. But we'll get play back underway here. John Welsh is sticking strictly to the letter of the law with his 1 minute, and he's making sure that all the girls are back out, and we will be ready to go. And it will be a 45 here to Michaela Ryan, who has been deadly on frees here at the moment, and this is a chance to extend Emerald St Anne's lead here again by 4 points to 7 points to 6. Hopefully we'll get as Mickey Welsh would say on her. So we'll just wait and see. Frankie is getting a great shot here behind me of this free. It's looking, and I put the mockers on her because that looks like it has gone wide, and that is Emerald St Anne's 3rd wide I make it of the half. Mullinavat have yet to register a wide, so things could be a lot worse for the Southern girls if those points had to go over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we come again, out the ball. Katrina Brennan is after winning it again. She really is playing a blinder in there, and if Mullinavat are going to do something, they're going to have to really change who's on her at the minute, because that is Mia Phelan over there, and Brennan is definitely winning that challenge. But here comes Darren Knox and Davina Tobin. Tobin wins the ball and sends it back out here towards the awaiting Katrina Brennan again. Intercepted there though that time by the number 22, who is Mia Phelan, and Kiera Phelan has been fouled, and it will be a free in to Mullinavat, and we're just waiting. Elaine Elward is walking, taking a breather, taking it nice and slow. It's hard to know what way the wind is blowing here on you. It seems to be going across the field more so, yeah, so not really favoured in anyone, but still it's nice and cool on us here standing up on the bank. So we're waiting here now for Elaine Elward. John Welsh, the referee, is taking a look. He's waiting for the free to be taken as well, and so is everybody else. Elward has taken the strike, sending it high and long in towards the square there, towards Quilty, who takes the ball on the hurl first time, but it didn't come down for her, and that could have been dangerous if the ball had to land on the hurl. There's still a scrum for it up there. Aoife Woods is in there, Molly Kavanagh is waiting, the number 2 Jessie Newman is up there waiting. Umpire is taking a good look at it. The ball is coming out, and Shona Power has the ball, kicking it out towards the sideline. She's now picking it up. The linesman John McCormack has his flag up. It looks like that he's giving the line ball to Emerald St Anne's. There's a bit of a dispute going on. Mullinavat is not happy with that. They feel that Shona Power had kicked the ball out, but the linesman is adamant anyway, and nobody is going to change an official's mind, as we all know, Anya, and the line ball will be to Emerald St Anne's.
Yeah, some great piece of defending there by Shona. Showing her football skills. I believe they're in a county semi-final or a county final with Gartnahook Glencool now next weekend. So she'll be using all her football skills for that.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous though if Quilty had to get that ball down on the hurl first time. It looked like she was getting ready to wind up and bury that ball, but it didn't happen.
She had the touch, and it would have been absolutely lethal, and it would have been a huge confidence boost for Mullinavat, and it probably would have downspurred.
Well, Niamh Sweeney did take the disputed line ball, and what did she do with it? Only send it straight out over the line again, and it will be a line ball to Mullinavat, so they will feel that justice has been done on the far sideline as they disputed the last one there. So alright, okay, we're a few technical troubles here, sorry about that. We're back on going here. Davina Tobin has the ball, coming back, taking a brilliant sidestep out and sending the ball out towards her partner in crime there, Emer Lahey, but she missed the hand pass. The ball comes to Anya Kinsella, who sends the ball up there towards Jessica Cash. Jessica Cash is half blocked down there by the awaiting, it looks like Niamh Lahey, who is now in the half back line and coming along, and that is the number 12 Michaela Ryan, who is there as well with it. Quilty has the ball, she's taking a look around, hand passes it up to Christine Murphy, takes a shot at it. The ball doesn't go anywhere. It's brilliantly blocked down at the minute by the number 9. Looks like is it? Yes, Emer Lahey has the ball now. Takes it on her own half back line. Sends it down to Chloe Person. She's sending the ball down long, down forward. Brilliantly won there by Fenley. She's out to the ball first and sends the pass over along there to Kinsella. Kinsella takes the ball. Lovely pop pass there to Kiera Phelan, who missed the first time, gets the ball. Kinsella, who's sending a long hard ball in towards Christine Murphy. She puts up the hand but misses it. It comes there to Niamh Sweeney. Niamh Sweeney sends the ball down towards the awaiting number 12, who was Michaela Ryan. Michaela Ryan is being chased there by the number 21, who was Jessica Cash. She sends the ball along the trying to get the ball up first time. She gets it second time. She looks like she's been fouled. Referee is happy for the play to continue. Sends the ball up. This is dangerous, and it's gone in. A goal by Emily Kavanagh. We knew things were going to be dangerous there for a while. The ball looked like that was going to go over the bar, and unfortunately for Sarah Elwood, dropped straight in to the net, and a terrible blow from Mullinavat.
Huge blow from Mullinavat. Probably a bit of a confidence downer now for that goalie, but Emily Kavanagh, she just kept on going in that corner there, and her hard work paid off. She's after getting
there was a few times that it was dangerous and it looked like it could happen, and unfortunately for poor Sarah, it did happen that time. Now we need to see how Mullinavat are going to react. They need to get the next score just for a boost of confidence here in this game. But Eve Sweeney is coming out with the ball. She's been tackled there by Jessica Dunphy. Ball is after being played, but it runs along there too. Emer Lahey, referee, is having a look over at the Mullinavat management here, who are giving out to him, and he's not too happy with it. He's telling him to be quieter the next time that they'll be put out of the field by the looks of it. Ball is sent in, awaiting here towards Leanne Fenley, who has now gone in there to play on Orla Curran. Fenley misses the ball. Orla Curran is there, and it's been fouled. Yes, Leanne Fenley is being fouled. The hurl is being held there. The referee is indicating to John Dunphy to be quiet. He's not going to put up with it anymore, but Mullinavat will have a free there, but great defending by Leanne Fenley.
Yeah, great defending, and it's great to see her back in there. She's going to any ball she gets, she's going to be driving out, and you can see her experience is shown there as well.
Referee John Welch just telling John Dunphy that he has no interest in what the management is saying, and I can understand what John is saying there as well, because I technically be the same as well. But anyway, here we go again. Aoife Woods is coming up. She's going for the ball. Referee is playing an advantage. He has the hands up. Aoife Woods was being fouled there by Emer Lahey, and the Mullinavat girls will get a chance to put a free in. Quilty's coming out to take it, and really, Anya, they need to put this over the bar and get a boost of confidence.
Yeah, this kind of settled the nerves again. That goal is after killing them off there a bit, but if Michelle can put this one over the bar, they're still only within a couple of points, so early days yet, anything can happen at all.
Early days is right. Here we go. The Mullinavat former All-Ireland winning captain from 4 years ago now it is, sends that ball up high, long, and it's just tailed off, unfortunately, to the left hand side and wide. It's a point that Mullinavat could have really done with, but they need to get back out, get marking the players again and get on the attack and get another score here again. But Emerald St. Anne's are happy enough the way things are going with the minute as they're coming up to approaching half time. We had 17 minutes gone at the water break, and we now have another 8 minutes, so we have 25 minutes gone here at the minute here in Palmerstown, and the score is 1-6 to St. Anne's Emeralds and 3 points to Mullinavat in the first of our Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship semi-finals here as we await for this line ball to be taking. Elaine Elwood sends it up towards Christine Murphy, and Molly Kavanagh looks like that she's going to get to the ball first. A lovely little play there by Molly. She jinked the ball along the ground, passed it then to Niamh Sweeney, who's sending the ball high and long. That could go out over the sideline. It is indeed. Johnny Mack has his flag up on the far sideline there, and it will be a line ball to Mullinavat. But Anya, Niamh Sweeney seems to be hitting the corners to try and get Emma Dunphy and Katrina Brunnan on the ball an awful lot more.
Yeah, I think they know that's going to be a target there for them, and they've seen the first couple of minutes that when they do get the ball into those two girls, that they are causing havoc down there. So it's very interesting. I think Mullinavat need to do something about getting Michelle a little bit more into the game, if it's going to bring her out to the half forward line, or what are they going to do, because she is going to be the dominant driving force there for the forwards for Mullinavat, so they need to do something there.
In fairness to Molly Kavanagh, as we said earlier, and Leanne Fenley has now gone in on Orla Curran, the two girls are kind of been taken out of the game completely, and I mean that in a nice way, but they're being marked out of it and the ball is not going into. So that allows the likes of Emma Dunphy and Katrina Brennan, especially, as we said down here, that's getting on an awful lot more ball. But the ball is sent back out here from a line ball by Niamh Sweeney. Jessie Dunphy is trying to get down on the ball. First time she misses it, first time gets it on the second attempt. There's 4 or 5 Emerald St. Anne's girls around her. She tries to hand pass the ball across to a Mullinavat girl, but it's broken down by Davina Tobin. And then here we come again, Katrina Brennan. She's been lethal. She's after taking the ball, hand passing it there towards Michaela Ryan. Michaela Ryan takes a look at the post and puts the ball over the bar for another fantastic score there by the Emerald St. Anne's girls. And again, Anya, it came from Katrina Brennan.
Yeah, she's absolutely outstanding there. She's, for a slight little girl there, she's definitely not afraid to take that ball on, and she's had great eye there, great vision to pick out Michaela Ryan running on her side, and a great score there for St. Anne Emeralds.
Mullinavat are really going to have to start and trying to get this game by the grip of the jersey, as we say here, or grab it by the scruff of the neck and try and get a couple of scores on the board before half time. That's brilliantly played there by Elaine Elwood to Jessie Dunphy. She's sending the ball up across the far sideline over towards the awaiting Quilty. Shona Power has now seemed to be moved over onto Quilty, and she's winning that duel over there at the minute and takes the ball and sends it up here towards Niamh Lahey, but Elaine Elwood is going to get to the ball first. She's trying to tackle, going around her, hand passes the ball to who was it, Jessie Catt, but Elaine Elwood has been fouled. The referee has decided. She's been held back on the way out there, and it will be a free to Mullinavat. And Mullinavat, as we said, are really going to have to try and get a score here fairly quick, or things are going to look ominous for them towards coming up to half time. We now have 17 and 11, 28 minutes gone here in the first half here in Palmerstown in this first of the Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship semi-finals. Elaine Elwood just a little in her own halfway of the field, sends a high lobbing ball up here towards Christina Murphy. She tried to catch the ball first time, it was missed, but it was won there by Molly Kavanagh. It was blocked down brilliantly though by Jessie Dunphy. She sends the ball along the ground up towards, she picks it up herself, runs out after it. There's no one in support for her. Here's Quilty out around it, takes a jink, and Jimmy sideways puts the ball out here towards Hannah Dunphy. Hannah Dunphy takes a shot, it's blocked down though and towards Molly Kavanagh. Molly Kavanagh will get the ball and she will take a pop pass out there towards the awaiting Niamh Sweeney, who takes a couple of touches on it and a solo run out, but that's a poor pass there by Niamh Sweeney, comes straight into the hand of Hannah Dunphy, and Hannah Dunphy, without really looking at the post, puts the ball to the left hand side and wide, and that was a bad wide from Mullinavat.
Bad wide, and they should be punished on that. If a back is going to give out, I don't want to say it, but a sloppy pass out like that, the forwards really need to be punished on that.
Really, it was a terrible pass there by Niamh Sweeney and should have been punished by the Mullinavat girls, but it wasn't. St Anne's Emeralds get a let off, and here comes Chloe Purcell getting onto the breaking ball there. She sends a brilliant ball over to Niamh Lahey, who was on her own. She thought about the shot, put the ball in there towards Emily Kavanagh. That could have been dangerous. Again, a little touch and we could have had Emerald St Anne's second goal on you.
If we got a connection to that, it would have been a great goal. Great delivery of the ball there from Chloe Purcell straight over to Niamh Lahey, who just used the ball just to lob it in there into the oncoming
I see John Dunphy down here in front of me trying to tell Sarah Phelan to slow things down a small little bit there for the Mullinavat girls. Things are not really going the way they planned. Niamh Lahey has the ball, she's on a solo run. Here comes Davina Tobin, she's covered in every blade of grass at the minute, takes a low shot, a lobbing, yes, there we go again, another lobbing shot in, and just deceived poor Sarah Elwood in the goal there and went into the top corner of the net, and a real hammer blow there for Mullinavat. But if you're an Emerald St Anne's player on you, a fantastic first half so far.
Absolutely fantastic, everything is going right for them. A huge blow for the goalie there, and that can often be a massive confidence downer there, and you would have to feel sorry for her, but we'll just have to see can Mullinavat get back into this game.
I don't know about you, but I think having Leanne Fenley in the full back line is hampering Mullinavat a bit, because I know she might be taking Orla Curran and marking her out of it at the minute and taking that scoring threat out of it, but there's nothing really out around the middle of the field then and getting the attack going for Mullinavat. If they're going to do anything, I think they need to bring Leanne out.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like in order for any good distribution of the ball up to
Niamh Lahey has the
ball
ball, she's on a solo run. Here comes Davina Tobin, she's covered in every blade of grass at the minute, takes a low shot, a lobbing, yes, there we go again.
Whichever, but something really needs to be done there.
And Mullinavat might want to be thinking of moving Quilty off Shona Power, because she's definitely getting the better of the exchanges over there on the far sideline at the minute. The ball is sent up here towards Christine Murphy and Molly Kavanagh. Murphy pulls on the ball first time. Here's Davina Tobin again. She has really been on an awful lot of ball in the first half. Sends it down here to Katrina Brennan, who is back in her own half back line. We know what is going to happen here. There she goes. The ball is on the hurl. She's on a solo run. She's after moving from her own 45. She can't pass the ball, catch the ball again. Puts the ball over Elaine Elwood's head. It looks like that the referee is giving a free. She's been pulled back as she went through there, and it will be a free into the Emerald St Anne's. A fantastic run again by Katrina Brennan. She's destroying the Mullinavat defence here at the minute.
Yeah, clever ball by her there, and knew she couldn't catch it, went to tip it over Elaine, and just kept on following through, and Elaine had no choice but to foul her on that ball, but she is playing absolutely outstanding.
But in fairness, for a young player like that she is, the confidence that she's playing with at the minute is actually crazy. Like it, for a young girl, it's fantastic to see. But we have a free here, and Michaela Ryan could extend the lead out here again for Emerald St Anne's to 8 to 2 points or 3 points. The last time I said that, I put the the jinx on her, but not this time. Michaela puts the ball high and over the bar for another score there by Emeralds St Anne's, and we now have a scoreline of 2-8, which is 14 points to 3 points for Mullinavat. And as John Welsh blows the half-time whistle here in Palmerstown, it's Emeralds St Anne's ahead by 2-8 to 3 points, and it's going to be a tough one for Mullinavat in the second half, Anya.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we're just going to go back to it there. They do need to do something with regards to bringing Leanne out at full back or pushing Elaine up. There hasn't been enough ball going into the forward line there for Mullinavat at all, and that's what they need to be doing. Like Leanne, yes, she's playing excellent back there at full back, but still there's 2 goals after going in. Do Mullinavat need her presence out of the field? I think so, or else Elaine will need to be pushed up. I think Davina's just going to push the game regardless of who comes out in her anyway, so it's not going to make a difference. But definitely to push forward, they need to be bringing out either Leanne or Elaine. One of the others have to come out, or Mullinavat could see themselves well and truly finished in the
as
15
said, 20 points in the league game was the difference at the end of it. I feel so sorry for poor Sarah Elwood, a young goalkeeper there. It's hard to come in. Valerie Law was a season campaigner there for years. Sarah has come in for the start of the year, and I suppose for a confidence booster, it's a bit demoralising that 2 balls that could have easily dropped over the bar, but they just happened to drop in the net, and she really needs to get her confidence. Ignore that in the first half, go back out in the second half and push it. But for a young goalkeeper, it is demoralising.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate, but you know what, like, she will gain great confidence in that ball that she did catch and drove it out the field. She's just in very, very hard luck. Like, it's always these typical camogie goals that we do see happening, and it happens to the best of the goalkeepers across the country. So I think she just needs to pick herself up after those 2, dust herself off, and just go again for the next half.
Well, as you can see, it is 2-8, 2-3 points here in Palmerstown, and I think myself and Anya is definitely going to go off air for a while and get a drink, because that has been a frantic first half there as we see it, and we will be back here for the second half of the Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship semi-final. But as it stands here at the minute, the half-time score is Emeralds St Anne's 2-8, Mullinavat 3 points.
Switch that up. That's moist. Alright, they're all over the place numbers wise.
Perfect. Just in time, folks. Welcome back here to Palmerstown. Here we go. Second half is underway and Davina Tobin is on the attack. Again, first off, we're nearly bet here. They didn't take the 10 minutes for the game at all. Here's Niamh Leahy coming. Escapes the challenge. Orla Curran takes the shot. Brilliant save there by Sarah Elward. Another great save by Elward again. 2 fantastic saves in a row there by the Mullinavat keeper, and that'll definitely be a confidence boost.
Over there to Niamh Leahy, who hand passed the ball into Orla Curran, and Orla just couldn't finish it, but an absolutely brilliant save out of Sarah Elward. She will be delighted with that.
We're just having a look around here. As we said, the teams didn't take their usual 10 minutes half-time interval break here. It doesn't look like there has been any changes on either teams at the minute, but we'll keep you updated on that as we do. But here we go anyway for the minute, and this looks like Michaela Ryan is coming out to take that 45 after 2 fantastic saves by Sarah Elward. Ryan sends the ball high, long, and it's going to tail off to the left-hand side and wide, and that is Emerald's first wide of the second half, and 4 wides in total there for the Emeralds and St. Anne's players there. Emer Leahy is coming out onto the ball here. The wind is after picking up a little bit here in Palmerstown as well. Our pages are blowing away. Here comes Hannah Dunphy. Elaine Elward is tackling her, trying to take the ball off her. Leanne Fenley is still in there. Ball wouldn't come back up to Dunphy first time. Fenley has the ball. She's having a look around. Emer Leahy is tackling her there, but the ball reaches to Anya Kinsler. She sends the ball out here towards Kiera Phelan, who tries to take it first time, misses the ball, and the ball is now with Davina Tobin, who is waiting to take the breaking ball. She's going for a shot, takes the ball and puts the ball over the bar for another great score there for Davina Tobin. After, she's well able to read a game on you. She seems to be everywhere the sitter is at the minute.
She's a nightmare, to be honest with you, if you have to mark her. But yeah, the great point for right out on the end line there, and that'll boost up the Emeralds girls again.
Tobin's athleticism here is absolutely a joy to be watching here in this match. But as we continue on here comes Hannah Dunphy or Katrina. It's Katrina Brennan, we should have known by the white helmet. She's all on her own, skewed past there, puts it in towards Emily Kavanagh, who tries to reach it, but the ball has just dribbled harmlessly out left and wide, and that's now Emerald St. Anne's 5th wide of the game here. And Mullinavat only have 2 to their name, 2 there in the first half. Ball is sent out here. Michaela Ryan has picked up that puck out there by Sarah Phelan. She's going all on her own, taking a look at the post, and so easily and nonchalantly just slots the ball between the sticks, and a brilliant point there again for Michaela Ryan.
Absolutely brilliant score for her. Took on her player, had a quick look up before she hit it over the bar, popped it over. Excellent work from her today, and that's by my count that's her 6th point. 3 from frees, 3 from play, so excellent turnover from her there.
Well, Anya's on the stats here today, and it's just hard to keep writing in the whole lot, so I'll take Anya's word first. Quilty is after coming out the field here. Shona Power is trying to follow her. Quilty sends the ball up there towards Aoife Woods. Niamh Sweeney tries to get it. Woods pulls on the ball first time. Here comes Christine Murphy. Looks like that she's been fouled by Molly Kavanagh. Referee is happy for the play to continue, and Niamh Sweeney tidies up along the back line there and sends the ball back out. Quilty is back out here again on the ball. She's been tackled there by Katrina Brennan. Referee is playing an advantage. There's no advantage coming. It is a foul to the Mullinavat girls after Michelle Quilty is being tackled, and it looks like Anya that they're after bringing now Quilty out around the half forward line at the minute.
Yeah, something that they needed to do. She'll have a presence out there, and she'll be able to pop over the points from there as well. She'll be obviously able to win a couple of frees there, but the only thing is, have they got enough inside now to do the damage when the ball goes in?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Kiera Phelan has taken this shot. It's going to drop short. Davina Tobin went for the ball, missed it. It's coming there to Hannah Dunphy. Hannah missed the ball as well. We now have a scrum. Davina Tobin is trying to play it on her knees. The ball comes out here, and it's well won by Niamh McCormack, who was half blocked down there by Jessie Dunphy. Niamh gets the ball up second time. Little shimmy and a turn around there, heads the ball out towards Katrina Brennan. She seems to be pushed in the back. She is indeed. The only way you're going to stop Katrina Brennan at the minute is to foul her, because there she was in the half back line, and if she got that ball, there was only one place she was going first, and that was towards goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of worrying why Michelle Quilty didn't take that free. I would have thought it would have been in her range. It could have been a certain score there for them. Maybe they're trying to drop the ball in, and hopefully Michelle will be in around it. But
well, I think the limit is about the 45 metre mark, and with the angle on that, it probably was maybe greater, maybe 50-51 metres.
Yeah.
But Maybe they were hoping that the ball might drop short and come into one of the awaiting players, but that free is sent up here towards Katrina Brennan, who seems to be getting mentioned at every single opportunity, and so is Davina Tobin. There she is again, reading the breaking ball, sending it in there towards the awaiting Emily Kavanagh, and again she tried to get a small little flick onto it to get some sort of a score, but the ball has drifted out to the right hand side this time and wide, but signs are ominous for those balls going in there, Anya.
Yeah, absolutely. Emily Kavanagh is showing that she can pose a threat in there. Great
Brilliant catch there by Niamh Leahy out of the sky, and sends the ball up here again towards Hannah Dunphy, who sends it in. Brilliant save there by Sarah Elward, and pulled on first time by Orla Kern, and the ball has gone wide. Sarah Elward is definitely coming into her own there in the second half. That's 3 fantastic saves out of the Mullinavat stopper.
Yeah, absolutely, and that double save there in the first couple of minutes will have done her the world of good now.
Jessica Catt was trying to pull on the ball and get a pass there, but it didn't work out for her. Niamh Leahy is after getting the ball and she's sending it up, and here goes Katrina Brennan. Mia Phelan is trying to tackle her. Mia Phelan does very well that time. Out comes Michelle O'Connor. Michelle O'Connor misses the ball. It comes here to Orla Kern. Orla is looking around to see is there anyone there. She tries the shot herself, doesn't come off. Half blocked there by Michelle O'Connor. The ball is won there by Elaine Elward. Sends it out there to Anya Kinsella. Anya Kinsella misses the ball. She's been tackled there by Hannah Dunphy. Michelle O'Connor goes up for the ball, misses it. Emily Kavanagh steals the ball off her. Ball drifts harmlessly in here to Sarah Elward, who gets the ball up and sends a relieving clearance down towards the field towards Quilty and Shona Power, who is going everywhere with the Mullinavat girl. A brilliant clearance or a block there by Jessica Cash on Emer Leahy, and the referee has blown his whistle. He has seen an infringement. It looks like they are on Anya Kinsella around the half back line, and there will be a relieving free here to the Mullinavat girls. And the intensity Anya hasn't let down in the start of the second half at all.
Hasn't, and Anya Kinsella's experience there to show to make sure she got that free. She's clever out of that one.
Like someone else beside me that I used to know of as well. The free is taken here by Elaine Elward. It's pulled on in the air there first time by Hannah Dunphy. It looked like that Jessie Newman there was fouling the Mullinavat girl, and it will be a free in to Mullinavat here between the 21 or the 20 metre line and the 45 metre line, and I have no doubt that Michelle Quilty will come over to take this point and hopefully to get Mullinavat's first score on the board in the second half, and a one that might get the Sutherland team back into it here. She's taking a look at it. She's dissecting the post. That's going to curl beautifully in like a faded shot on a golfer. Brilliantly taken over the crossbar, and Bob will wave the white flag down there on the town goal here in Palmerstown, and that's Mullinavat's first point here of the second half, and it's now 2-10, 2-4 points, and a point that they really needed, Anya.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely settled the nerves for the second half, and we'll see how they go again, but that was some great work there by Equal Woods to win that free.
The game is frantic here. Jessica Dunphy gets it. She's taking a long shot. Will it go? It's dropping short. Goalkeeper bats it out. Oh, the awaiting who is in there for it. Is it Kiera Phelan? Seemed to be hit late after the ball was taken. Referee was happy enough. Jessie Newman has the ball in hand. She takes it, but that's a bad pass. Hannah Dunphy really should have got that ball, but it's been cleaned up here by Niamh McCormack. She takes the pass up here towards Michaela Ryan. She's been tackled there by Jessica Cash, and Jessica done well to get the ball there. Jaren Knox came back into it, and Hannah Dunphy now has it. She tries to get it up on the hurl first time but fails, and Davina Tobin is there, and Davina Tobin is taken high. As I said, I don't know how she does it only, but every breaking ball that's in it, Davina Tobin is there waiting for the breaking ball.
Yeah, she's everywhere, and she's going to get that ball out of ruck no matter what. Looks like I think she got a bit of a shoulder there to the face, but there's no fear of her. You'd love to see Mullinavat getting a goal, give them a boost of confidence, start to make a game out of it again. Hopefully we'll see something like that as well. Yeah, you don't want to see a team, and in a way it's not great either for Emerald St Anne's to be winning by a cricket score either going into a county final either, if they do get that way. But well won there by Elaine Elward. She sends it down here to Niamh Sweeney, who's all on her own, no one near her. She sends the ball back up here towards Katrina Brennan. Brennan misses the ball, and it comes here to Leanne Fenley. Lovely skill there by Fenley, getting the ball up from the hurl into the hand, and she sends it to Quilty. Quilty is now being marked by two players, Davina Tobin and Shona Power is on her, and Davina Tobin has the ball and she's going on a solo run. Hand passes it to Katrina Brennan, doesn't work out because Leanne Fenley is there to intercept it and send the ball up here to Aoife Woods, who hard to know. The referee is at the stop and play. Number 2, Jessie Newman, is down on the ground. Jessie actually won that ball very well, but I think she just got clipped on the arm there.
I think the referee agrees with you as well, because he has given the free to Emerald St. Anne's there for the pull by Aoife Woods. He wasn't happy with the challenge, and Niamh Sweeney is sending the ball up along here into the corner forwards, but it's won here by Deirdre Knox. Hasn't been on the ball much at all in this game. It was half blocked down, but the ball has worked its way to Christine Murphy. She takes a tap on the hurl, sends the ball in here towards the Mullinavat forwards. They're playing with a two-person full forward line, I should say. Well blocked down there by Aoife Woods. The ball comes back to Murphy. She sends a little pop pass, or a little grubber along the ground, as it would be in rugby terms, down towards Christine Murphy. Quilty and Murphy is trying to get the ball up, but there's 4 Emerald St. Anne's players around it, and the ball is not coming anywhere. We have a scrum, and in the middle of that is Davina Tobin. And what's the betting on you that Davina Tobin will get the ball? No, she doesn't. It actually comes out here to Chloe Purcell. Chloe Purcell sends it along the ground here towards Michaela Ryan. She's been tackled there by Jessica Cat. Yes, Jessica lost out on the ball. Orla Curran gets it, and she's sending the ball in towards Emily Kavanagh, who's been well marshalled in there by Michelle O'Connor. No exchange has been given in either of the positions. Leanne Fenley hits the ball out here towards the sideline. It's coming out here towards Elaine Elwood. Elaine is trying to get the ball up. She does. She gets it into her hand. She sends it to Kinsella. Sends the ball. Only Kinsella sends a long ball down towards who is Jessica Dunphy is there. The ball is sent out, and Johnny Mack has his flag up here on the near sideline for a line ball to Mullinavat, and it's really still frantic stuff here on you, even though the scoreline is as it is.
Yeah, I don't think the scoreline really reflects the game. St. Anne's Emeralds are on top on the scoreline, but Mullinavat are still working very hard.
I think John Welch was auditioning for the Dancing with the Stars there, the way he was trying to get out of that ball. Quick feast there by the Roar and the Stigo official. The ball is coming here towards Christine Murphy. She's having a look around. Anya Kinsella is beside her. She's sending a long ball, a short pass about 20 yards there towards Deirdre Knox. So sending a low ball in towards Kiera Phelan. She has a couple of yards on Molly Kavanagh there. Can she turn the Emerald St. Anne's player? Kiera sends the ball across. It doesn't work out. Will it come to her again the second time? It will. She's been fouled, definitely. The referee is saying play on. He's happy enough that either way there's no hands coming out either way, and the ball is still around the Emerald St. Anne's players there. Niamh Sweeney gets the ball and takes it up. It looked to me, Anya, that there was a foul there, but the referee was happy to let play continue. Niamh Lahey is on the ball there, and she's sending it up here towards Katrina Brennan. Frantic stuff here in this game. Emerald St. Anne's are not letting up. They want to put more scores on the scoreboard. Orla Curran flicked that ball on very well there towards Emily Kavanagh, and the referee has his hands up for an advantage, and now he's going to give a free in for the Emerald St. Anne's players for a trip. But it looked to us definitely that there was a foul down on Kiera Phelan, down on the other end of the field, and the referee didn't give it.
Yeah, definitely. It did certainly look like she had been fouled down there, and it would have been a great opportunity for Michelle Quilty and Mullinavat. Ball distributed out, and we're turning around and there's free up the other end.
Yeah, Elaine Elwood is remonstrating there with John Welch on that very fact, and Niamh Sweeney is down at the far side as well, receiving some attention. I think the referee will be happy enough to let the free be taken, and then he will decide to go down possibly and see if Niamh Sweeney is okay. And Michaela Ryan has a chance here to put Emerald St. Anne's further into the lead here in Palmerstown. We are 13 minutes gone in the second half here, not too long away from a water break, and Mullinavat could do with another couple of scores on the scoreline here. It's only 2 points to 1, I suppose, in the second half, but the damage was done in the first half.
Yeah, those 2 goals are after really kind of killing Mullinavat off. Besides those, there still really is nothing in the game. It would be great. I do think, I know I've said it already, and I'm sure people are sick of probably hearing it, but I do think they need to do something in relation to Elaine Aylward or Leanne Fenley moving up the field to give them any way of a chance of getting a goal in there, because a goal, it could change things. I know there'll still be a couple of points in it, but it could really drive on the confidence.
But in fairness, there is signs down that last ball that Kiera got, if she had to get the ball on the hurl first time and go towards goal, who knows what would have happened. We'll never know now, unfortunately. But Michaela Ryan has this chance here for Emerald St. Anne's, and she takes the free that was awarded there to the Emerald St. Anne's girls, and further extends the lead now by 2-11 to 4 points here in the first of the Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship semi-finals here in Dicksboro GAA clubs here in Palmerstown. Ball is mopped up there by Niamh Sweeney. She took the break and ball there very well. Fenley is running out for this ball here. She'll get the ball up first time. She's fouled according to the referee. Emily has her 2 hands up to know what did I do, but The referee is the man in the middle. He's the man with the whistle, and he has decided that it will be a free to Mullinavat as we have a sub coming in. I won't say warming up. The sub is actually coming in here on the far sideline, and you might know who it is, Anya.
It's Orla Hughes coming in there. She has been a stalwart for St Anne's Camogie for numerous years. Recently only back from New Zealand, I believe, in the last year or so. She's going to add a serious boost of confidence in there. Delighted to see Orla in there. This is what she lives for now. She is a staunch Camogie woman.
And she's actually replacing Orla Corden, which is surprisingly enough. Orla hasn't been much on the scoreboard, but I suppose that's testament to Leanne Fennelly because she's cancelled Orla's threat out of the game. But here's another threat that's coming, and that's Davina Tobin, who's winning those breaking balls. Here's Niamh Lahey, she's all on her own, has the chance, puts the pass in here to the newbie, straight in, first touch of the game, and the ball is in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely, and Orla will be absolutely delighted over that. It was probably killing her to sit on the bench there for the first half, but she's going to want to put her name firmly on that starting 15 for a county final if it's the St Anne's Emeralds that are going to be in there. Delighted for her to get that goal, and she'll be thrilled herself now.
As we have the water break here in Palmerstown here, just as we look at the watch here, and there is hard to know because the watch is after stopping again. I must get a new watch on you. I'll have to get on to Sheila about that for this crack here, but as it stands here at the minute at the water break, it's Emeralds St Anne's 3-11 and Mullinavat 4 points, and the Mullinavat girls are down underneath us here, and we don't really want to be shouting too loud, but I think the writing is on the wall at the minute.
Yeah, it definitely does, and you have to feel sorry for them. They came the first 15-20 minutes, they really put it up to Emeralds. I think we also have to remember that St Anne Emeralds, they're a very, very strong contingent as well. Mullinavat are an extremely young team. They can take a lot from this and they can learn a lot from it, for the future. But it does look like it is going to be St Anne Emeralds that'll be marching on to a county final next weekend.
Well, I know Emerald St Anne's were beaten in the semi-final last year, and they felt aggrieved over the loss in the semi-final last year to Clara, and Clara went on then and won the county final. So I suppose they have I won't say baggage coming in on it, but they definitely want to try and rise that from last year and get to the county final, and it looks like that they're going to do just that.
Yeah, absolutely, and they were beaten by a very, very good Clara team who, their first year up senior, are now competing in a county semi-final today, so that'll just show you that there is no difference between intermediate and senior level. Anybody that generally comes up from intermediate always does very well.
But on that point, you look at the quarterfinals this year, you had Glenmore, who was in the relegation final last year, got themselves together, got a couple of young players back in and contested the quarterfinal against Mullinavat then this year, and actually put it up to Mullinavat for long periods in that game. So as you say, there's nothing really between the senior and intermediate teams in Kilkenny at the minute.
No, absolutely not. And just listening to Leanne Fennelly there and Elaine Aylward just talking to the girls, they're so right. These girls, they're not going to give up yet. They're going to go out, they're going to hold their head high for the next 15 minutes and they're going to give it everything. There's a huge history of great camogie teams that have come out of Mullinavat. They've won a couple of club county titles, so they have 15 minutes and they're just going to go out and just give it hell for leather, throw the kitchen sink at it. They have nothing to lose now at this stage.
No, as you said, they definitely have nothing to lose here. Hopefully they can get a couple of scores on the scoreboard. As I said, it was 20 points in the league earlier. They want to try that. Even if they could get a goal would set them along the way nicely, and it would give them a boost of confidence and the whole lot, because at the minute, as you can hear, they really are down underneath us here in the sideline with the scoreline at the minute. But you never know, there's Dean, we've 16-17 minutes gone in there. 46 minutes, right. So we have 16 minutes gone in the second half here, and hopefully, within the 14 minutes that we can get a couple of scores for Mullinavat out of it. But at the minute, Emerald St Anne's has 1 foot in the county final next weekend, and that's going to be some cracker. 3 county finals on you next weekend.
Oh, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm sure they'll be all live streamed as well. It's one of the greatest days in the Kilkenny Camogie calendar. It'll be fierce excitement, and hopefully a couple of new teams to be in them as well, so you're not looking at the same ones the whole time, but fierce excitement.
Well, you better get your researcher's hat on, because you never know, if we are streaming it, we might be on duty duty for us. Referee John Welch is after getting us back underway here for the final quarter in the first semi-final here in Palmerstown. He waves his hands out for the play to continue, which is up here to Niamh Lahey, and she's going to do just that. She's after rounding Leanne Fennelly, takes the shot, puts the shot and puts it over the bar. Emerald St Anne's are really playing with confidence here at the minute, and a fantastic score there by Niamh Lahey. But surprisingly enough, I think that's her first point of the day.
That is her first point of the day, and you know, for any of us that would be familiar with her in the county team, you'd usually see her in the backs, but you know, she's working very well up there in the forwards, and she's bringing something different to the game.
And as you said about Elaine Elward, they have moved Elaine Elward up towards the middle of the field, centre forward position. The ball is broken down there straight to Quilty. Quilty takes a look up, she sees Aoife Woods all on her own coming in here. It looks the hand passed in. Is it it's a penalty? Is it a penalty? It has to be a penalty if John Welch has blown the whistle, because Aoife Woods has been fouled in the square, and from our vantage point up here, it was in the large parallelogram. Anya, that has to be a penalty.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely a penalty, and I think she's after feeling the brunt of the two backs coming out and her there, but great ball in from Michelle Quilty, great catch from Aoife, took her player on, and she was really driving, so there is a threat in there as well.
Brilliant pass and brilliant vision there by Quilty to seek out the awaiting Aoife Woods, who was on her own. The ball didn't go to it, and the referee John Welch has outstretched his arms for the signal for a penalty. Elaine Elward has come up to take this, and she's going to try and bury this and get Mullinavat's first goal in this game, and to try and get the scoreboard back ticking again for the Southerners. So she's looking at it, she's getting ready. She's going to put venom in this shot, will she? Low, along the ground, brilliantly saved there along the goal line by Siobhan Corcoran. There wasn't too much venom in it in the end, and brilliant defending then by the Emerald St Anne's defenders to win the free there and alleviate the pressure.
Niamh Sweeney and Siobhan Corcoran showing their experience holding up the Mullinavat forward there. Pity there wasn't a goal in it.
Well, you've taken many a penalty in your time now, and I know it's easier to say, but I suppose the question has to be asked, like, it's a lot harder to beat 3 on the goal line now in Camogie when there's only 1 in the GAA, like, so maybe it's something we need to look at for potential fouls like that we need to help the forwards and give them something so that they're not trying to face 3 defenders either. But I suppose that's another debate in the future.
Yeah, I suppose especially when we're trying to evolve the game of Camogie and to bring in more rules to make it more entertaining, it is definitely something that needs to be looked at.
As we come along here, here's Emma Dunphy now it is. Emma is all on her own. She's going through the Mullinavat defence. Brilliant save again there by Sarah Elward. It's coming back in. There's 2 or 3 players around it. Another save there by Elward. That's 5 fantastic saves by the Mullinavat shot stopper. Here, another one. That's 6 and puts the ball out there for umpire is unsure. He now stretches his hand out for a 45. But a quadruple save there by Sarah Elward, and brilliant stops, I should say, there by the young goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, and she's going to find the reams of confidence now from that. But a great run in there from Emma Dunphy, just kept on going. Probably a little bit, should have maybe cut in a little bit sooner, but you know, great run in there from her. Her father will be delighted he's over there somewhere.
That Dermot's daughter, it is.
Daughter, yeah.
Yeah, Dermot is on reporting duty here in the match, so hard to know. You never get much off your own though, do you? Like, I mean, it's harder nearly to be someone's daughter, and especially when they're there.
I know my father never gave us any
well,
good words.
On that note, Michaela Ryan sends the ball up and over the bar there, and we will now have substitutes coming in left, right and centre here from every direction, I should say, as Mullinavat are preparing a couple of subs down here in front of us. That's number 16, who is Erin Foskin, and Erin is going to come in to the fray here, and Aoife Woods is coming out, so number 16 replacing number 14 there. And there's also a sub coming on the Emerald St Anne's team, and I see Davina Tobin has been taken off, and I can't see the number that's gone on, but Anya might keep an eye on that there for me for the minute, and we'll see if we can discover who that is as Fennelly goes down for the ball, tries to pick it up. She's been tackled there by 2 Emerald St Anne's players. The referee has deemed that there was a chop down, and it will be a free to the Mullinavat girls, and they will be able to alleviate the pressure. And as good and all as the eyesight is on you, I can't see who came on in the corner forward position up there on the far side, but
no, but it looks like, is it Kelly Webster that's after coming in there?
I don't know, but I know Davina Tobin has definitely gone off anyway, because I can see her on the far sideline as we look here now anyway, and Leanne Fenley is taking this free and she's sending it in towards Christine Murphy, who put up the hand there to try and get the ball, but it didn't go into the hand first time. Here comes Jessie Dunphy, puts a little grubber along the ground there in towards Erin Foskin, who was just after coming on, but it's mopped up and half blocked down there though brilliantly by the Mullinavat girls, and Hannah Dunphy will get this possession, sends it into Elaine Elwood. Elaine is now going to go towards goal. She's been held back. It will be a foul in. Referee has indicated that, and Mullinavat will have a free in here, as that was brilliant play there by Elaine Elwood, and she was fouled as she was going through.
Yeah, and she's getting the ball and she's driving on. Will she go for the goal this time, or what way is she going to do it? But she's really putting the driving power there into the forward.
Well, you never know. She has gone for it, but the ball just has dipped over the crossbar there, and it has gone up and over the bar for Mullinavat's 5th point of the game here, their second, I should say, of the second half. And as we approach the end of the game here, the scoreline is 3-13 to Emerald St Anne's and 5 points to Mullinavat. As we look at the play here, and Niamh Lahey is on the ball again. She's been tackled by Jessie Catt. Niamh sends the ball up here again to Katrina Brennan, who, if there was a player of the match going, she would probably be Anya's choice, I would imagine, because she's after being on everything. And to top it all off, she sends the ball high and over the bar for another score there for the Emerald St Anne's girls, and another brilliant score there by Katrina Brennan.
Yeah, and I was actually just making inquiries about her there at half time. I thought she was actually one of the younger girls on the panel, but she's actually only home from America the last year or two. She's I won't say exceptionally experienced, but she has been around for a while anyway.
Number 17, Alison Foskin, is after coming in here for number 21, Jessica Catt. Mullinavat is emptying the bench here now, I suppose, just to give the girls the last chance of championship action here in year of 2020. A funny year for Camogie in one way, that we can't play matches with spectators or have anything, but the rounds every week has been beneficial to club players, as Anya has said earlier. And here we go, Niamh Lahey is taking this shot, and that ball has drifted harmlessly out to the left hand side and wide, and that is that's 8 wides in total for Emerald St Anne's, so the wides are mounting up as well, Anya.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably something that they're going to have to look at as well the next day. County finals can be won and lost on the smallest of margins, and that's something that they might have to look at.
Shauna Powers having a great game there, but that was a throw ball. The referee is right on it there, John Welsh, and he has said it is. Johnny Mack is scratching his head down in front of us here, but maybe that's because the midgets might be flying around him. You wouldn't know. They're starting to come out in droves here on us as well here in Palmerstown. But Mullinavat will have a free here on their own 65 metre line, and Anya Kinsella is getting ready to take it. Will she drop it in around the house? Elaine Elwood is in there waiting for it. That's where it is heading. Elwood pulls on the ball first time. You can hear the clash of the ash there, and it's well won there by Niamh Sweeney. She's bringing the breaking ball back there. Kinsella is trying to get to the ball first. Niamh Lahey is chasing after her as well. The number 12 though, which is Michaela Ryan, is after getting to the ball in front of all of them and sends the ball down towards the awaiting Emily Kavanagh. Doireann Knox is on the chase after her to try and dispossess her. Doireann is fouling her with the hurl up around the neck. An easy decision there for John Welsh, and it will be a free in to the Emerald St Anne's players, and that girl Michaela Ryan is on her way over to take another free.
Yeah, Michaela will be competing in a minor county final in the coming weeks as well. So this is going to be a huge boost for St Anne Emeralds to be competing in an intermediate county final, and for the St Anne's girls to be also competing in a minor county final as well. And
she has 8 points already to her name today, Anya, and this would be number 9 if it goes over the crossbar, as the other teams are starting to arrive here for our second semi-final, which will be coming up live with us here in the short time, as that shot is taken there by, I can't see who that is because of the numbers is on it, but the ball has gone wide anyway, and there will be another substitute coming on here for Mullinavat, and it's easier to see the Mullinavat numbers because they're down in front of us, and that's number 15, who is Alison Welsh. And Alison is going to replace, it looks like she's coming on instead of Doireann Knox, so number 15 is now on for number 5, And that's Alison, as we have another substitution, and Jessie Newman is leaving the field there after a brilliant game, and it looks like the number 18, is it, Anya, if I can see properly, and that looks like it's Lucy Kavanagh. Maybe you can see the number better than me. When Anya gets the confirmation of it, we'll give it to you as Emily Kavanagh breaks that ball down, passes it out here to Emma Dunphy. The ball doesn't come up for Dunphy first time. Fenley has the ball now, sends it out here to Elaine Elwood down the sideline. Sweeney is after her. A clash there between the two players. No one is giving anything in this game, even with the scoreline the way it is. Brilliant pass there. Elwood sends the ball high long in there towards Kiera Field, and Quilty is running in as well along with Shona Power. A great touch there by Power out to the side to get rid of it there. She's chasing after Quilty again. Quilty is still down on the ball. A great tussle there by the two players in this match. It's a free. The referee is holding the hand out for an advantage. Quilty still has the ball, puts it in here to Kiera Field. What a goal! That is a fantastic goal, and the goal of the day. I have to commend John Welch on brilliant refereeing there. Great advantage, and what a goal by Kiera Field.
An absolute cracker there. What a brilliant goal, and it's nice to get a good goal like that in the second half, and it makes the scoreboard look a lot better.
The skill level on that, you'll be proud of that yourself if you were in around the square, I'm telling you.
Oh, Martin, I've done it many a time, sure.
As we come, that puts a much better reflection on the scoreboard here, and one that Mullinavat deserved for their efforts here in the second half. Niamh Lahey is on the attack there. Fenley is in close quarters to her, giving her no room whatsoever. The ball is sent back out here, out towards the wing, and it looks like that the number 4, Aoife Fitzpatrick, is going to go down on the ball. We can't see along the sideline here down in front of us. Here's Orla Hughes. Orla has the ball. She's taking a look around, brilliantly blocked down there by Aoife Fitzpatrick. The hurl is after breaking. Katrina Brennan takes the ball, gets it on the break, and puts the ball over the bar for a fantastic score again by Brennan. She picked up that ball brilliantly, the breaking ball, and sent another point over.
Yeah, and that's her third point of the day, and she's been involved in a lot of the other scores there between winning frees and setting up girls for some great scores. She really is having a terrific game.
Ball is sent long here by Sarah Elwood, who is after having numerous saves here in this second half and has kept Mullinavat in it and kept the scoreline to the way it is at the minute. The ball is after being taken by Sweeney, Niamh Sweeney that is. She's after taking a belt after the ball is gone. She's down on the floor. Play is continuing on. Emily Kavanagh takes the ball, tries to get it, misses it first time, gets it second time. Well robbed there by Fenley. She now sets up the attack, and it comes out here towards the new player that came in, who is Alison Foskin. She misses out to it. Hannah Dunphy is there, I think, as well, or is it the number 12? It's the number 12 with a substitution. Sophie Bland has actually gone into the fold as well for Mullinavat. We don't know who came out. That player that came on for Emerald St. Anne's was indeed Lucy Kavanagh, the number 18, as Niamh McCormack sends that ball up, brilliantly caught there by Emma Dunphy. She's sending the ball from her knees and puts the ball over the bar. A fantastic score by Emma Dunphy.
Yeah, great score there by Emma. She took a quick look up, hitting the ball on the run. Great score for her, and she'll be delighted with that as well to finish off a good day in the office for her too.
Yes, a good day in the office, but again, one would have to question when you're winning a semi-final by that kind of a margin, like what kind of form you're going into a county final. You know, the other one could be a cracker, we don't know, it could turn out the same way, but you'd really prefer if semi-finals were that small bit tougher. You know, on the scoreline, it has been a tough match. Mullinavat has battled out throughout this game. They have never given up, and that goal for Kiera Phelan showed like that they won't ever give up either, and they're still going.
Yeah, still going, and you know, you're dead right. Like, you would have to wonder what kind of a preparation this will be for the guys next week as well, when they're going in to play a county final against either Paulstown or a heavily fancied Conahee, you know. But you know, they'll be just delighted to get out of this, hopefully all injury free, because it is a short 7 days before they can regroup again. It
surely is. We'll have a fantastic feast of camogie finals next weekend as the Marble City Travel 3 deciders are down for between next weekend. Not too sure whether they'll all be Sunday or what, depending on pitch availability and the whole lot. But as we continue on with the play here, it comes towards Fenley. She reaches up for it, she misses the ball, but it's broken down and won there by Anya Kinsella. Sends the ball up here to Kiera Phelan, who got that magnificent goal a short time ago. She sends the ball long in towards Christine Murphy, but it's well won there by Chloe Purcell, I should say. She read that very well, but a great hook. The linesman thought about putting up the flag. He put the flag back down again, and the ball has been broken here towards Fenley. Leanne Fenley, that is, fresh back from Australia this year after her stint out there, and that ball is sent high and long down towards the Mullinavat forward line. Can anyone get it? Yes is the answer, and that is, it looks like Niamh McCormack who has got the ball. Mullinavat are shouting for steps here, but the referee is not listening one bit as the ball comes out here to Kiera Phelan. Kiera takes a look at the post, sends it in, and another fantastic score by Kiera Phelan there for Mullinavat's, another point for him I should say, and their 4th score of the second half, and another fantastic score there by Phelan.
Yeah, absolutely. She's really after coming into herself there now in the second half. A fine point after that cracking goal that she got. That's it.
And Shin A, as referee John Welch, blows the final whistle here in Palmerstown, and Emerald St Anne's has advanced to the intermediate Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship county final next weekend on a final scoreline of 3-16 to 1-6 here in Dicksboro GAA ground, and one has to say, Anya, that they were value for money and deserved winners of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to take massive confidence going into county final now next week. And, I'm sure they escaped out of it injury free, and, taking the likes of Davina off there, with a couple of minutes to go to give her a rest for next weekend, because she's going to play a vital role in that. Some great performances there. Katrina Brennan definitely being the standout as well. Niamh Lahey having a great game. Emer Lahey having a tremendous great game. I'm sure Georgie will be delighted with that today. Niamh Sweeney, as always, having a great game. A lot of good standout players there. Great to see Orla Hughes getting in there and getting a cracking goal. But nonetheless, then on the Mullinavat team, Sarah Aylward really had an excellent second half, pulled off some great saves there, and Kiera Phelan coming into herself there, and the two Dunphy girls had reasonably good games as well. So there's unfortunately, they have been defeated, but I think Mullinavat can take a lot of positives from this. They are quite young, so they just need to start at the very basic beginnings again and just work their way back up, because they definitely are going to be a team in intermediate that can be there for the next couple of years, and they can really push on and start developing their players all over again.
Yeah, no, definitely the talent is there. Looking at the Emerald St Anne's girls now going into the final, they'll take great heart from today's play, and especially with the two corner forwards there in Katrina Brennan and Emma Dunphy. An awful lot of play actually went through them, and they got great possession. They were able to distribute the possession very well, and that was making scores for the girls. Even though Katrina Brennan only got 3 points, as you said, look at the amount of ball that she was after winning, and the frees that she was after winning for Michaela, who I think put over 9 points today as well. So that'll be a great sign for the girls going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Katrina and Emma, they worked very well. They worked very well down that corner there today. So they're going to pose a huge threat for whoever their opponents are going to be in the county final next weekend. Emily Kavanagh, she will pose a serious threat as well. 6 very, very good forwards in there, and sure, of course, you have Davina Tobin, who was incredible again today, showing why she is, one of the top 15 players in Kilkenny at the moment, definitely, and that's why she's in there playing senior level. And Niamh Sweeney, of course, having a great game, and young Niamh McCormick there at wing back. She'll be preparing for a minor county final as well over the next couple of weeks too. So some great things to take from St Anne's Emerald's game today.
Yep, they certainly will take heart, but as Anya and myself definitely deserved a well-earned break from that frantic first semi-final there. Frankie and Dean, of course, as well. We want to thank them, of course, here on camera and production. But as it stands here, Emerald St Anne's advance to the Marble City Travel Intermediate Championship County Final next weekend on a final scoreline here from Palmerstown. Emerald St Anne's 3-16, Mullinavat 1-6. We will be back very soon with the second of today's semi-final, Connahee and Barra Rangers. Don't miss it.